10 Signs Someone Secretly Hates You. Inspired by Carl Jung. Have you ever had someone around you who acts friendly, smiles politely, and says all the right things, yet deep down, something feels off? Your gut tells you there's a hidden tension, an emotion they're trying to suppress. Carl Jung, the father of analytical psychology, introduced the concept of the shadow, the unconscious part of our psyche that contains repressed desires, weaknesses, and instincts. Often, this shadow manifests not just in how we see ourselves, but in how we relate to others. Today, we'll explore 10 psychological signs that someone close to you may secretly harbor resentment, jealousy, or even hatred, no matter how well they pretend to like you. Sign 1. Contempt disguised as humor. A friend who always masks hurtful comments as jokes might not be as harmless as they appear. They tease you about sensitive subjects, then laugh it off and accuse you of being too sensitive. Repeated sarcasm, especially about the same personal topics, reveals contempt disguised as humor. Jung believed that our personal shadow often gets projected onto others. If someone can't accept a trait in themselves, they may ridicule that trait in you. The subtle pattern of belittling remarks is a red flag that their laughter hides something deeper, possibly resentment or envy. Sign 2. Subtle sabotage. People who secretly dislike you may try to undermine your efforts, not through overt attacks, but with quiet sabotage. They forget to share important information. They give you advice that leads you the wrong way. They make careless mistakes that set you back. If this happens repeatedly, especially during crucial moments, it might not be coincidence. Jung noted that the shadow can distort how people relate to others. Someone who hasn't dealt with their own feelings of failure may unconsciously try to drag others down to avoid confronting their inadequacies. Sign 3. Competitive behavior. You share an achievement, and instead of celebrating with you, they shift the spotlight to themselves. Or they respond with a story that one-ups yours. This constant competition can stem from deep-seated insecurity. According to Jungian theory, we project what we deny in ourselves. If someone cannot accept their own perceived shortcomings, your success reminds them of what they lack, sparking envy, even if they pretend to be happy for you. Sign 4. Superficial support. When you're going through something difficult, or even something great, notice how they react. Do they show up, or do they disappear? A person who harbors resentment may offer minimal or forced support, especially when you need it most. Their encouragement feels flat. Their praise sounds hollow. Over time, their pattern of emotional unavailability becomes clear. Jung explained this behavior as emotional dissociation, where unresolved inner conflicts prevent people from authentically connecting with others. Sign 5. Controlling behavior. Disguised as concern. Watch for people who constantly give unsolicited advice, question your decisions, and imply that you can't manage your life without their input. They claim they're just trying to help, but you end up feeling more doubtful and anxious after talking to them. Jung believed that those who cannot control their inner chaos may try to control the people around them. Their need for dominance is masked as care. But at its root lies a fear of their own emotional instability. Sign 6. Gossip and indirect criticism. They rarely confront you directly. Instead, they vent to others. They may subtly criticize your choices when you're not around, distort facts, or plant doubts about your intentions. This behind-the-back behavior is a way to sabotage your reputation while maintaining the appearance of friendship. Jung noted that when we project our insecurities onto others, we often try to level the field by pulling others down. This kind of gossip often reveals more about the gossiper than their target. Sign 7. Lack of joy in your success. True friends light up when you succeed, but someone who secretly dislikes you may respond to your good news with indifference, detachment, or faint praise. They may try to minimize your achievements or pivot the conversation. Jung saw this behavior as a projection of unresolved self-worth issues. Your success becomes a painful reminder of their perceived failures. Sign 8. Nonverbal tension. Even when words say one thing, the body tells another story. People who harbor negative emotions often give themselves away through micro-expressions and subtle gestures. Their smile doesn't reach their eyes. Their posture stiffens. Their tone drops ever so slightly when congratulating you. Jung emphasized that the unconscious never lies. The body reflects the true emotions the mind tries to suppress. Sign 9. Excessive criticism, masquerading as feedback. They frame their negative comments as just being honest or offering constructive criticism, but their tone is harsh, persistent, and discouraging. If someone constantly finds faults in what you do, questions your motives, or undermines your decisions under the pretense of helping you grow, it's worth examining their intent. Jung would interpret this as projection. They are seeing in you the imperfections they can't stand in themselves. Sign 10. Emotional withholding. When someone secretly resents you, they often withhold emotional warmth. You may feel like you're constantly chasing their approval or affection, but they keep you at arm's length. They're quick to disappear when you're down and slow to support you when you rise. This kind of emotional coldness is a defense mechanism rooted in envy, anger, or unresolved pain. Jung taught that unresolved inner conflict manifests in relationships, and emotional distance is often a symptom of this inner split. Being aware of these signs doesn't mean you should immediately cut people off, but it gives you the clarity to protect your emotional well-being. Jung's shadow is not about demonizing others, it's about understanding human nature. When you can spot these behaviors early, you empower yourself to build healthier boundaries and deepen connections with those who genuinely support you. Thank you for joining this journey into the hidden layers of human behavior. If this resonated with you, consider exploring more about Carl Jung's shadow work. It might just reveal something powerful about both others and yourself.